All set? You bet. All set? You bet. It's crazy to me to think that not even, I guess about a year ago, I was getting ready to start the new year, just like we all are now. But the only thing that was a little bit different was I was getting ready to embark on an international cruise with my entire family. And we couldn't be more excited about the opportunity to get this new life experience. And here at the 2020 conclusion, even the idea of what I just said is like, I don't even want to admit that. Going on a cruise, ill, seems to be the consensus amongst the masses. But the point of it begins with that I remember starting the year all set to go, 100% focus, ready to launch, right? Just like I've been talking about, T minus 10, checking that checklist to launch, getting your 21 tips ready. I was set to go. And when I got to the point that I was actually on the cruise ship with a group of entrepreneurs, it was mastermind of sorts. And I remember it clear as yesterday. The group coordinator, kind of the team leader of the event was, what a task, kind of like herding cats, trying to keep everybody's excitement contained yet controlled. First thing in the morning, and when the question was asked, all set, and we'd all shout back, "You bet!" Right? And that was kind of get your attention. Let's get everybody in formation and get ready to rock and roll. Are you all set? You bet. All set? You bet. And I think back, just a year ago, being in the same spot, kind of looking at the new year, and what became clear to me is, nobody, I don't think, had a crystal ball as to what the year 2020 would bring. But at the end of the day, as we look at 21, we don't have any more clue about 2021 than we had about 2020. And so at the end of the day, the question is, are you all set? And the answer better be, you bet. Because regardless, you can't predict the future, but what you can do is be prepared. Prepare yourself for the opportunities you've been attracting to you, right? I don't want to butcher the quote here on the fly, but it goes something like this. It's kind of saying that, what an unfortunate event to take place if an individual and the opportunity that someone has been looking for get a chance to cross paths, but that individual is not ready. They've not yet prepared for the opportunity, so they can't take advantage of it. So even in the midst of those moments where we're not quite certain if we're ready or not, if asked the question, all set, answer better be, you bet. It's an attitude. It's an attitude. One of the things that I've learned in my journey is that your attitude will help determine your altitude. I believe in that so much. I say it in different places I go when I share teachings and experiences with individuals that have something to learn from what I've gone through, things I've accomplished. It's important to note that and that attitude. All set, you bet. No hesitation in response. Doubt, not present. And that's one of those instances where you have the opportunity to demonstrate the mentality of, I live with definiteness. I'm out to achieve my goals. I don't believe there's anything that can stop me. Attitude, swagger, moxie. What you want to have is that right focus and intent in your energy when you look at the world and how you want to operate in it. We have to be able to empower ourselves, because what we may find is unless you're a superstar already, there's not too many people out there cheering for you when you're on the field playing the game of life, right? Who's in the stands cheering for you? So you need some cheerleaders, and sometimes you got to do double duty. You're playing on the field, you're playing in the stands, on the sidelines, cheerleading yourself. All set, you bet, you betcha. We're ready to go. The year ahead, we look at as opportunity to exercise and test out the different things we've been learning, studying, practicing. Eventually we master so that we can teach and contribute and help others grow. It's just propagating positivity, really. And so when the question's asked, all set, you bet. What things do you need to clear up in your world to be able to have confidence in that answer? You're all set for 2021? Well, hesitation, pause, stalling. No. All set for next year? You betcha. Let's go. All set, you betcha. Let's go. And this is my challenge to anyone listening, to embrace that same attitude. Hey, you out there listening to this right now. You ready for 2021? You set to go? You bet. You betcha. Let's go. Come on. We're ready. Because that's where the excitement happens, right? Bringing on the challenge of the unknown, not looking at the unknown as this mysterious thing that's guaranteed to conquer us, but looking at the unknown as an opportunity to be able to reach our full potential by pushing past what's possible into the impossible, right? Because we're pushing past into the unknown, really. And then we find out what's possible by breaking the barriers, breaking into the realms of the things that once were impossible, turning them into the possible. And so when you go through the steps of running through your end of year checklist, making sure you're ready to go, when you look and listen to wise counsel about approaches for success, looking ahead, you're equipping yourself, right? Do any final calibration you might need. You can do a couple jumping jacks, shout out loud, tell a friend what you're about to do, shout it out. Make a statement, call your shot. These are instances where we empower ourselves. It's like when you're a little kid playing with a little race car. There's those kinds you grab them and you run them against the ground multiple times like you're revving the engine. Vroom, 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 and you just kind of scoot it across the floor multiple times and get it going. And then you set it down and it just takes off. We got to charge our own engines from time to time, right? Because once you charge up that vehicle and you get it ready to get set down, is that vehicle all set? Oh, you bet. And you set it down, takes off. So mentally, you've got that same capacity when asking yourself that question. And many like it. And running through the paces to see if you're ready to go. So that's what I want to share. We're moving into that short phase of the year where 2 weeks, boom, boom, evaporate off the calendar. And it's the brand new year. So the question of the hour is, are you all set? Answer better be, you bet. All right, you got that one right. I think I teed up the right answer for you long enough to have success with that one. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I want to thank you for one heck of a year, for sticking around and listening. If you've been with me for all of 2020 and 2019 as well, if you're really lucky. As we move into 2021, we've got lots in store, being able to expand the realm of what we're taking on here, some of the things we're accomplishing. Learn how to see better. The only podcast out there that'll improve your vision the longer you listen. Until next time, it's your host, Drew Davis. Thank you for listening. Be sure to share with a friend.